Hey YouTube, it's Amy here, once again back with another Cardfight Vanguard deck profile, this time for the Keter Sanctuary unit Minerva. So let's get right on into it without any waffle. So first up for the ride line we have, of course, the energy generator, our grade 0 unit Vivid Rabbit, our grade 1 unit Witch of Frogs Melissa, and grade 2 Witch of Ravens Chamomile, or Chamomile, however you would prefer to say it. And then our grade 3 unit, Omniscience Regalia Minerva. Then for the main deck, 3 additional copies of Omniscience Regalia Minerva, 4 copies of Regalia of Wisdom Angelica, 4, if I can get them to line up. So 4 copies of this. This one looks a bit different to the others because it's a higher rarity. 3 additional copies of our grade 2 ride line unit in the main deck as well. So Witch of Ravens Chamomile. 3 copies of Knight of Piercing Cadwalla. 1 copy of Witch of Moon Rabbit Rubinia. And 4 copies of Knight of Deity Decree Thassus. This card took me forever to get a hold of until Springfest Shop Challenge this year. So I was able to get myself a copy, and 3 of my friends also gave me their copies as well because they already had play sets. Next up, we have 4 copies of Apple Witch Cider, 3 additional copies of our grade 1 unit from the ride line, Witch of Frogs Melissa. And for the last of our main units that will allow us to attack in the fight, Magic of Coloured Flame Rerelim, 4 copies of that. Next up, Perfect Guards, or Sentinels as a lot of people call them. So for our Sentinel, we have 4 copies of Palladium Zeal Dragon. And we also run 1 order card in the deck, which is known as a Regalis piece, and that is 1 copy of Gratius Gradale. For anyone starting out in Vanguard, you can only have 1 Regalis piece in your deck. You cannot have more than 1. So please be very careful if you are building a deck that uses Regalis pieces. For our trigger lineup, I run a 7 crit, 4 draw, 4 heal lineup. So for the criticals, we have 4 copies of Knight of Orderly Bow Levarch. I did used to run Blade Feather Dragon, but I've had to take it out because I'm planning on using that in a deck that I will be working on next month. And for our other critical triggers, 3 copies of Daring Knight Saul. Draw triggers, 4 copies of Protection Magic Proroby. Heal triggers, 2 copies of Succuling Sorceress, 1 copy of Invigorate Sage, and 1 copy of Heartiness Tear Sorceress. And for our final card, our Overtrigger, Light Dragon Deity of Honors, and Martinoa. And with that, that is Minerva, but I will be back soon with my Dragon Empire Dragon Tree build and my Leonorn Vivace, no, not my Leonorn Vivace, sorry, my Leonorn Mask, sorry. So I will see you in my next video.